Good morning from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Today, I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. But anyways, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia, Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre, my authentic New Mexico cookbook. Anyways, for those of you that have purchased it, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate everything that you've done. I am just so excited. You know, you can always purchase my cookbook on my website, www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. And today, guess what? Good morning, everyone. From Albuquerque, everybody that's joining me. I'm doing a live by myself. I'm trying something new. For the first time, I get to do it completely on YouTube. So anyways, thank you. And so today I'm going to do my breakfast empanaditas, my Grandma M's famous breakfast. Some people call them turnovers in English, but they're breakfast empanaditas. And my grandma used to make them for us all the time, and that's where I learned. I learned to make them her way. We always had whatever we had. You know, she was just wonderful about it and stuff, teaching me how to make them. I'm not sure how many of the grandkids got it, but I did, and so did my children. So we were blessed to spend a lot of time with my grandmother. We lived next door to her all our lives. I grew up next door to my grandparents, to my dad's entire family. And then on Sunday, we would, you know, come on into Albuquerque to visit my mom's family, my mom's mom, my Grandma T, which we were blessed to have her for 90 years. She was 90 years old when she passed. My Grandma M, you know, was 87 when she passed, so we were blessed. So Grandma M passed away in 2004 and Grandma T in 2006. So we had some we have longevity in this family. I was telling my mother that the other day. I go, Mother, you're going to be 76 years old. Believe me, your mama didn't pass till she was 90. Your grandfather not till he was, 94. I mean, so on and so forth. So you know what? Might as well just live it up, you know, and just have a wonderful time in your life and be blessed and whatnot. And that's how I feel. But, you know, every day I talk about my dad. I'm always talking about him, my Grandma M. I was, like I said. Anyways, we're going to get started. So I have flour because I got to make the dough. And with that, I'm going to put my water in the micro so we could get the water started. And then I'm going to, you guys all know, I'm going to empty this water just a tad. So you guys all know I like to emulsify my shortening. And right now this is 4 tablespoons, it's 4 tablespoons of shortening Crisco. I used Crisco on it. So I'm just putting it on for 1 minute. I have my salt, I have my baking powder. Baking powder, I use 2 good tablespoons. My salt, a good tablespoon. And then I have 8 cups of flour. So with that, I'm going to start this right away. I'm going to put my flour in here. My son-in-law David will be by later because we're going to do another video and you guys are going to love that one. Anyways, my salt is going into my dough. And then while I'm making the masa and my water is in the micro to get hot, because you know I like to use hot water, I am going to add a pound of sausage. Okay, I like to use Jimmy Dean. Today I wanted to try this one that the commissary has, and I had it in the freezer. It's called Smokehouse. Anyways, so that's the one I'm using today. And it's breakfast empanaditas, so I am using, like I said, I'm going to use sausage today and stuff. So I'm just putting it in my hot pan because I have my pan warming, so which is a good thing. And today, everybody knows, you see all the palms on me today and a little bit of Hawaii. But anyways, it's Palm Sunday, so you know, I said I'm gonna make this for Palm Sunday. And this week I am going to do a lot of different meals. I'm going to do a lot of Lenten food this week, you know, reaching up to Good Friday and reaching up to Easter. And so anyway, so I'm going to turn my heat up now to, I have a gas stove, so everything is different when you have gas. So anyways, I'm gonna let this a little bit, and then I'll start crushing it in. And this is one of my favorite tools, is to smash your hamburger meat with, to cook with it. I love it. And I also have the one from Pampered Chef. Ooh, the water's nice. Anyways, I have the one from Pampered Chef as well. And then I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit. One more for the dough. The shortening. And then in the meantime, as you can see, I am just mixing up the flour. Oh, my cup is in the way. Oh, I have to drink tea, you guys. I love iced tea. I'm doing decaf right now. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia. Tu sangre es tu sangre, my authentic New Mexico cookbook. You guys, good morning. Hello, how are you? I had a comment earlier from a gentleman that said that his tamale dough was coming out very airy. So more than likely you added way too much shortening to your dough, or you added too much of something. And so anyways, what I'm going to do is I'll do a live tamale making. I'm not sure when, but I will. I'll do one. And stuff. Oops. The oil's ready. I heard it pop and stuff. Look at this. You know it's ready. Look at that. And stuff. So anyways, okay. Now also my sausage, I need to break it down because you can hear it sizzling. But anyway, so I will show you how to make dough once again and stuff. And I'll do a small batch. That way you guys know how to do the tamale dough. Those ones that don't know how, I will be happy to do this. And I will let you guys know. And you know what? Share my YouTube channel. Don't forget, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. You know, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, so now my sausage is starting to, it's cooking. You can hear it. You can hear it sizzling and stuff. So in the meantime, I am going to make just a little indentation here, like a little hole. And I'm going to pour the hot liquid in here. Ooh, see that? That's funny. Anyways, so be careful. As you can tell, it's very, very hot. But anyways, so I'm going to do that. Did you guys freak out on that? But anyway, I tell you, there's always something on my channel and stuff. But anyways, kids, don't try that at home and stuff. So I just put in a cup of water. So with my as I was emulsifying my shortening, I emulsified it with a half a cup of water and stuff. So, and I put you guys saw how I did it. But anyways, and it's hot, you guys. If you can't handle hot water, don't do it. I like to do this because I like to get the baking powder going and stuff, just get it going. So that's what I like to do. So I'm putting the other half, and I am going to need more water. Let me run the water real quick. And this one I do have really hot water on my faucet. I have that at a hot setting. My husband says, "Oh my God," he goes, "trying to kill me with that hot water when I do the dishes." I says, "Well, I'm sorry. I like to use hot water, and stuff." And you guys could tell how hot it was when it jumped. And that was funny. Anyways, children, don't try this at home. Don't do that on your own. Make sure and stuff. But anyway, so I'm going to get some more hot water. It's almost as hot as I want it. And so, I'm just going to be doing this. And then once this is done, I'm going to peel the potatoes, an onion, my green chili. I already have it all chopped up. And because that's how I freeze it. I freeze it when it's chopped. Once in a while, if I'm going to make chiles rellenos or whatnot, I'm using my grandma's rolling pin. But anyway, so what I do is hold on a second, let me get this. So I just filled this up with 16 ounces, 2 cups of more water, which I don't know if I'll use all of it, just depends, you know. And, but anyway, so once this is all setting in, I will, when it's sitting and just resting, my dough is resting, then we'll start on everything else. So with the chili, as I was saying, what I do is the only time I don't chop it is when I'm going to put chili long ways for the chile rellenos, you know, with the cheese. That's the only time I don't chop it and stuff. So anyway, so I'm making the masa, and I will make as many empanaditas. Hey, come over, familia. You can have some and stuff. I hope all of you are watching my channel, and you know, don't forget, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I appreciate it so much. And anyway, so this is all that I'm doing. And then what I do is once I have it all mixed in, then I'll knead it again. Oh yeah, my sausage is cooking very well. Let me move this way. That way you guys can see that my sausage is in there cooking away. So if you have my cookbook already, it's on page 25 is what I'm doing and stuff, so. And you know, the wonderful part, I love to just knead my dough, because you know, it may feel sticky for a while, for just a little bit, but when you knead it and knead it, it'll all come together. And you don't want your dough to be basically wobbly. You don't want that. You want your dough to be a nice, firm, medium dough. That's what you want. So I'm going to take it out of my bowl. And as you can tell, my bowl is fairly clean. So that's always the good sign and stuff that you've got some good dough. So I'm just going to knead it on my board and stuff. So anyways, I've just been so, you know, it's Holy Week. There's so much I've been thinking about, you know, just so much. And I do every day. You know, every day I'm talking to God and, you know, ask him a million questions. And I know that he answers me. I know he does and stuff. And so that makes me happy to know that a lot of times, you know, there's always a reason for everything. I'm getting a little bit of flour for my board. And it's only because, there. And it's just you know, just basically a sprinkle is what it is. So in the meantime, I'm going to chop up this some more. I'm going to turn it just down just a tad. And the reason I'm doing that is because once I start, then what I'm going to do is I will add the papitas, the potatoes in here. You know, I'll add the potatoes, shred the cheese, and I use the wonderful Kraft shredded mild longhorn cheddar cheese. You know, that's what I use and stuff. So, you know, like I said, these are the things. My mom always shredded the longhorn cheddar cheese, that mild, and that's what she used. So, you know what? Like I said before, we all do what we were taught. So some moms didn't use that kind maybe, but my mom did. You know, that's what she used, so that's what I use. So with the masa, whatever masa is left, I'll make some tortitas, you know, because we're actually having to go on a little bit of a liquid diet this week, you know, and, you know, do some fasting this week, but I still have to cook, you know, but still, I'm just going to do that and stuff. And so anyways, and it was such a treat. I started just a tad later than what I wanted to. My granddaughter called, and so from the Navy, and I just love hearing her voice, love it. And so we talked for just a little bit, and tomorrow will be her birthday, and first time we're not going to spend the birthday with her and stuff. And so, but that's okay. We get to talk to her. We still get to love on her and pamper her. And if I know her mama and her nini, they're going to very much, you know, pamper her tomorrow. and stuff, even from afar. And you know, her dad and her stepmom and her grandparents and her uncles. You know, I know that we're all just thinking about her and missing her and stuff, but proud of her all at the same time. Okay, so this is done. So look at my dough. I told you, remember I said it may feel sticky at first, but the more you knead it, the better it gets. So remember that and stuff. And so you're just gonna make some small empanaditas, not too big. Look at that, how nice. So now, look at that. Ooh, ooh. That's what we want. So now, what I'm gonna do, my bowl is here, and I'm gonna put the lid on it. And I'm gonna put it under my bowl, so it can stay warm, and get rid of my water. So that was basically 3 cups of water for the eight cups of flour. So then, what I'm gonna do next, I always get a paper plate, and my mother, and you know, and my grandmother, my auntie, my auntie Pancha, my auntie Marianne, you know, my auntie Marianne lived with my grandma and my uncle Stephen. So, like I said, we all learn from who we live with, right? So, anyways, so they never used what do you call it? A peeler. They always used a knife to peel their papitas, you know, their potatoes. So what I have is I have 2 whole potatoes, and these are a russet potato. And so they always peeled their potatoes. They always used a knife to peel their potatoes. They never used a peeler. None of them did. And to this day, my mom still uses a knife. And that's what I use, you know. I find it to be fast, easy. You know, between my mom and my grandmother and my aunt, they never, there was like, what do you call it? I don't like those pieces there. Anyways, and so everybody says, oh no, you peel the potato and you're taking all the papa out. And I'm like, no way, if you learn how to peel a potato, you can peel a potato pretty thin. Look at that. It's pretty thin and stuff. You just, it's the ganas, you know. And if I'm in a hurry sometimes, yeah, hello, you know. But anyway, so that's basically what I do and stuff. I really can't see, even though I'm looking at the camera, right at the camera, I'm looking at the screen. If you're making comments, I really cannot read your comments because this is the first time I do it with YouTube Live, because every time I do a live, it's with my phone, and you know, with your, you know, you have to do the stand, the whole 9 yards, and so and then I download it to YouTube. You know, that's how I was doing it. But now I have access to be able to start doing a live. So I haven't figured out how to, you know, how to do the do not disturb, but still see the comments. So if you guys are talking to me, I can't see it. So I do have my cell phone next to me. So David, Victoria, Rachel, Ed, Ireland, one of you, if you guys, you know, send me a text on my cell phone and let me know if there's something imperative that I should look at with my channel right now. And so anyway, so I'm going to put this in the garbage, because we're also going to use I'm going to rinse these real quick. Grab me a paper towel. Clean paper towel. Remember, you guys, this is for my family. So, you know what? I am a very clean person, everything. But, you know, I don't know why, but I do say I'll put my napkin here, especially if I'm just drying my hands. And I just put it here, and I'll reuse it because it's only your hands that you dried, you know. So I know some people, there was a little thing about that, because why do you reuse it? Well, it's okay. Okay, so my sausage is there. I'm going to turn it really low, right now. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to add some oil, canola oil. This is the one from what is it? Costco. Kirkland brand canola oil. And they didn't have the one I usually use. So that's the one I'm using. So I'm going to add, probably about half of the oil into my pan, into my fry pan that I'm going to use to deep fry these. So now I'm going to put this one, let me see. Oops, okay. See, when you're live, you see it all. So I'm going to put it at a 6. I'm going to do this. I am going to get my, it's a scraper, whatever. So with this, what I'm going to do, let me get one more paper towel. So this, what I'm going to do here, just to wipe my knife a little bit. So I get it this way, lengthwise, and I'm going to cut it down the center, like this. And then I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to do about 1/4 inch pieces, almost like an O'Brien potato. And so see, I made 3 slices. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of little, like French fries, okay? And then what I'm going to do, I did like a French fry type thing. And then I'm going to cut them, about 1/4 inch. Like O'Brien, O'Brien potatoes are like that. So that's what I'm going to do. And not too thick because, we're putting it into the empanadita. So anyways, and then put it into my bowl here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Clean my bowl, my board again. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to slice like French fries, lengthwise. This is very live and uncut. So anyway, so this is what I'm doing, like an O'Brien. So look, that's how tiny they are, just tiny, okay? And we're going out to lunch with our really good friends, so later at 1:30 or so. And so, and I had already planned on doing this, but it's good because these freeze well and stuff. So it's nice because you could just pull it out of the freezer and and warm them. You just wrap them in a wet paper towel in your microwave and then microwave it for just a little bit, maybe a minute or so. So this potato isn't as thick, okay? So this one you won't do 3. So again, you do the French fry style, lengthwise. When I say French fry style. And okay, so then again, gonna do the O'Brien. Again, welcome everyone to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia, tu sangre es tu sangre. You guys, if you haven't purchased my Authentic New Mexico cookbook, please do so. And www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. nmcookbookmariabaca.com. And I also have an Amazon store too. Oh, no, yeah, because, so check it out under Margaret, MARGARETS, '(S), Kitchen, KITCHEN, and then NM for New Mexico. That's how you can find me on what do you call it? On Amazon. Or just look under Comidas de mi familia, tu sangre es tu sangre, and you could see other things that I have on there and stuff. So anyway, so check it out. So all the papas are done. And you know what? When you're making breakfast empanaditas, you never know how much you're going to make because That's just me. I just, I guesstimate. So the papas are going into, I'm turning up the heat into the sausage. And so now, just breaking them up a little, just getting off all that. Give me another paper towel. So now it's in there. And so now what I'm going to do, by the time I'm doing all this, we got it going, guys. Yes, we do. Anyways, and so today, like I said, it's Palm Sunday. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some, just a little bit of salt. Just a tad. That's probably like about what? Like maybe not even a teaspoon. And then just a splash of pepper. And then just a dash of garlic powder. Yes, I'm using garlic powder on this one. My green chili also has fresh garlic in it, when we freeze it and stuff. So, but on here, now I'm using my spatula. But in here, you don't want to bite into that, the garlic like that. So when I do my green chili, a lot of times we put it in the food processor. My cousin Ruby, she puts hers in the meat grinder. And that's how she does her green chili and stuff. So let me see. That sausage is good. And so anyway, so that's what she, I have to taste. I'm gonna wash my hands. But anyway, she puts her green chili into the meat grinder, and she loves it that way. She said it's great the way that it is. So now, my cebolla, it's a big onion. Check that out. I'm not going to use it all. And anyway, so she uses a meat grinder. I gotta get my other knife, the bigger knife. And here, again, you get I cut tail to root, and this is a big onion, and that root is thick. Okay, so tail to root is how I do it, okay? So anyways, so what I do is the tail, I do cut the tail off. Let me remove some of the garbage from here. So I cut the tail off. And I hold my knife like you would a steak. And again, everybody cuts onion different. I know I do. I know everybody that I know does. And so, some people, my mom always cut her onions like this. My grandma cut her onions like this. They cut their onions from the tail to the root. So I never take the root off yet. Okay? So then what you do is you get it and you peel. And it holds the onion together when you're dicing it. So that's the purpose of that root. So then, see? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, just small slices. And I love cebolla. Share my page, you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Check it out. If you ever hear music, 99.9% of the time, I do not own the music. And I don't own the music. Sometimes I love to hear different musicians, but if you don't own the music when you're doing when you're doing a live on YouTube or even on Facebook, they will they'll mute it. And I don't want that to happen. So you guys have to hear me. Okay, look at how nice. It's cooking away, yes. So then, once I cut my onion the way that I showed you, So then I'm going to cut them down real thin. And I'll show you that now. Look at this. Tiny. Let me break it all up. Very, very tiny. See? So anyways, like I said, I love cebolla, so I'll use, half of this. I'll use the onion, not the entire onion, but the half that I'm dicing now. Okay, so it holds it together, And then what I do is I'll just cut again at the root, before the root, so I can get all the onion as close as possible. And then anyways, how many have heard of powdered eggs? I love powdered eggs. I don't know why, I just do. The first time I really tried them, I was little when I tried them, and my grandma T had powdered eggs. And I loved them. I love them. I love the flavor of them. If you doctor them up nice, you won't even know that they're powdered eggs if you know how to use them properly. And so anyways, I was going to do that today and use the powdered eggs. I'm going to show you. I found these at Cabela's and stuff. So, okay. I'm done with this. Dump this. And I'm going to go put my onion in. Is that a lot of onion? It is, but they're amazing. I love onions. But onions get translucent, and as many as we're making today, as much as we're making, you won't even know that there's this many onions. Okay. I'm putting my onions in. Wash my hands. And I do go through paper towels. My cousin Irene, she says, yeah, you do. Because I go through a lot of paper towels when I'm at their house and stuff. Because I use paper towels for everything. You will hardly ever see me placing my towels, even though, I have my towels hanging and stuff. Most of the time, my towels, my dish towels, everybody says, well, what do we have them there for? Because they're for pretty, And that's what I always tell everybody. So I'm going to rinse my knife a little bit because we're going to do this. And then, what do we got here? This is how we pack our chili and stuff. So this is lumbre. So anyway, so this is the green chili, and it's already all set, So I defrosted it and stuff. Let me get a little spatula. I can pour it into my bowl. But it's so easy, to have your chili already chopped and ready to go and stuff. And still, we don't put a bunch of garlic, just enough. And then when we're cooking, we add more garlic powder. I'll put powder, like you guys see me use a lot of powder. I enjoy using powder, garlic powder. And who doesn't like fried papas, right? Who? Let me take this closer. I want you guys to see. See that? Can't even tell there's all that onion. And my dad, he used to, he couldn't stand it when we would hit the sides of the pans, boom, boom, boom. He said, oh my God, he couldn't stand it. Take care of your equipment. Take care of your pots and pans. What are you doing that for? And so, we always used a spatula or something to clean off, or just scrape it on your pan. But don't be banging it and stuff. So anyways, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to add the chili. And this is, how many cups is this? Oh, this is 1.5 cups. So that's about, well, I'm going to put a lot of chili, so. Anyway, so this is all I have left. Let me see how much it is left. Because all my cups have measurements on them. Oh, half a cup left. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing. So I don't know if the live's working, to do like this, or should I download, or, because usually I'll download. Now this, because of this, it's my bowl, so I go like this. But anyways, but on my pans I don't. So anyways, so that's what that is. Oh, I'll just leave it there. So then next, what we're going to do real quick, we get another paper plate. Get a paper plate, because I'm going to start doing start working on the empanaditas, the dough. So this is, see, mild cheddar. Anyway, so this one is 1.5 pounds, and I'm going to use half right now. So I just cut down. So I'm using half. So I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to use yours. And I'm going to shred it. There's nothing like good grated cheese. Oh, but nothing like freshly grated cheddar cheese. And this is the mild. This is the one I use, or the Longhorn. But this is the Kraft. And my oil is doing well. So remember, thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to my channel. Please, Comidas de mi Familia, Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre, my authentic New Mexico cookbook. You can get it on my website, www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. And look for me on my Amazon store under Comidas de mi Familia, Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre. You can find me on Amazon. Anyways, so this is, look, see how nice this cheese shreds. Yum, yum. Do one more. And if I have to shred more, I will. But this is all I think I'll need. So then I'll show you the egg, powdered eggs that I found at Cabela's. And I'm debating on using it, or not using the fresh. But this way, you know what? I think I will. So I'm going to use the powder. I do have my fresh eggs as well, but I think we're going to use powder, just so you all can see how it cooks and stuff. It's delicious. And then with all the flavors of the chili, the papas, the sausage. Oh, yum. If my grandsons were here, they'd be picking on the cheese and stuff. On one of my videos, you'll see where my Logie and my Zaki, they're there putting the cheese through on the KitchenAid, putting it through, the grater. And they're getting boom, Oh, it was so funny. I was like, oh my God, they love cheese as much as Gami. Okay, so this is done. So you guys saw this. This is all completed. Now what I'm going to do is turn my board around. Put the eggs there. Get my bowl. Leave my cheese there. You guys can see my cheese. My bowl, my whisk. So this is the one I'm using. And I love it. Powdered eggs are yum. And stuff. So, okay, now I'm going to mix my chili in first. Because I let the chili sit on top first for a little bit. And then I'll mix it in because I want to make sure my papas are cooking properly. And I want everything to be incorporated just right. Look at this. Ooh, look at that. Check that out. Okay, now what I'm going to do, get my little spoon. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do half a cup of the powdered eggs. And that's equivalent to 6 eggs. Okay? And I'm going to place it in my bowl. And then a cup of water. And you know what I'm going to do? Another little bit. I really want it to be a little thicker. And just follow the directions in the back. And I remember the ones my grandma had. They were great. Okay. Rinse my bowl. Just rinse it. The nice part about powdered eggs is that you don't get that like the, what is it, that white part inside on the yolk. So the nice part about powdered eggs is that it's almost to the consistency that I like. Almost. Let you guys see it in just a second. Add a little bit more water. Just a little bit of time. And don't cut it till you guys try the powdered eggs. Honestly, try them. And they're good for cooking and stuff, and stuff, so. Oh, nice. I gotta get some tea. Oh, nice. And because I added 2 of the heaping teaspoons, that's why I had to add a little bit more water than normal, because I added 2 heaping instead of leveling it out. Oh, nice and hot. Okay, I turn this to low. And now, take my spatula out. And I'm going to get me a small spoon. Yeah, we'll use this one. A small spoon. Well, no, it's not a spoon, it's a normal spoon, but I'm just using this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the egg into it. Oh yeah. So that's why I had to add more water. So you're looking that this is basically 8 eggs. Oh good, here it is. So you're going to see me pour it into the mix. Oh yeah, that's what we want. You can tell, look, it's like egg. It is. I think they call it an egg replacer instead of, I'm going to put this in the sink. Nice. See, look. So I'm going to pour this in. And just because I wanted you to see, you know what, because growing up, people, they gave, commodities or whatever they called it back then. They gave all that. And so people sometimes only had powdered eggs. So that's why I'm not afraid to show you what it looks like or to use them, because back in those days, when I was young, I remember, mostly the elderly getting commodities for their families, You didn't see young people going out and getting commodities. It was the elderly that were out there, and they got it. They were first, they were the first to get all that and stuff. And so, okay, so now I'm going to let that cook. And while that's cooking, get rid of this. Let me clear this. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there. Total, we're going to work on the... Ooh, nice. And these cook different. It's an egg replacer. It cooks different, but I don't care. I love it. Nice. So don't expect that it's going to be like the yellow that you guys would normally get, with the store-bought eggs. Ooh, it's looking great. Okay, now I'm going to start making my little bolitas. Look at my dough. So, it's coming down to reality that, people had to eat powdered eggs back in the day, and it's okay. It was okay and stuff. So that's how I feel, It's all good. And I loved it that my grandma and, the elderly had the help back then, But yet they were extremely hard workers. They worked their lands. They did all that, They had animals. They worked, even if they didn't go out to that physical job, like, at wherever. But yeah, some of them got commodities. But at the same time, they were out there working their tails off. I mean working and stuff. And you never heard them complain. You know, you just never heard the elderly complain. And so I have so much respect for that generation. Just so much respect for that generation. Whew. Looking good. And the funny part about this new wave egg replacement, it looks like cheese. That's what it reminds me of. This one does anyways. But it tastes delicious. You know, just delicious. This reminds me of Green Acres. every time Mrs. Douglas would cook, you know, and everything was stretchy and oh my God, you know. And so this egg replacer that they sell these days, that's what it reminds me of, you know, but it's so good. So it's going to go in different. It's just delicious. I love it. I wish you guys could taste it. But anyways, when I don't have that, I just happened to see it and I bought it because it just brought me back to, again, my grandparents and stuff. And so, you know, it was nice. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to put a lid on it. Just to let it, hold on. My lid got stuck. I'm going to put the lid on it just for a little bit, just to have a little bit of sudor, you know. Anyways, and so when I'm done, what I'll do is with whatever I have left, I'll make tortillas, a little bit of tortillas if I have any. If not, all this is going in the freezer. So anyway, so yeah, so, you know, I was never embarrassed of powdered eggs, you know, and I loved it. So my grandma would give us powdered eggs and stuff. And so my mother tried raising chickens for a while, and it was cute. She had a huge chicken coop and whatnot. My brothers hated it. You know, my oldest brother hated it. You know, he hated having to go in there and clean that chicken coop and stuff. And so eventually, no more chickens. Woo! Nice. Break it down because I want little pieces. Oh, sorry. And so, like I said, back in those days, you ate what you had. And sometimes it was powdered eggs. It was, did you ever see that pork in a can that the commodities used to have, you know, used to give? Ooh, nice. And, you know, just things like that. Beans and whatnot, you know, easy stuff. And so, and that the reason they gave that is because everything went further, you know, and stuff like that. You know, now people see that and they're like, ugh, you know. But I'll tell you what, that canned pork and whatnot, it makes the best tamales. You know, it just makes wonderful tamales. Love it. This is like delicious, you guys. So I'm going to taste it real quick. Can I get a fork? So remember, it's not going to be the yellow that we get from the store-bought eggs or from the fresh eggs from the chicken house. Mmm. That tastes good. Wow. Delicious. Let me let it cook just a little bit. And remember, a lot of this is you're gonna recook it because you've got to fry everything. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off, bring it to the counter. You know what this reminds me of is the color of mushrooms when you fry mushrooms. That's what it reminds me of. So put since I'm doing Hawaii, I'm gonna cover my dough with my Hawaii one. So anyways, let me show you pictures. Here's my grandma, right before she passed away, my beautiful grandma. And then, this was my grandma and grandpa many years ago. They were young. I think they were first married and stuff. And that was on a trip to Mexico, to Durango, Mexico, I think, where they took that. Way before my time. And then here's my grandma. So I just have a beautiful grandma. You know, my grandmas were just beautiful and stuff. So, but anyways, okay. Put this away, because I don't want to use that one anymore. And like I said, I don't have a sous chef, so guess what? I do it all on my own. So So I'm gonna turn my heat up just a tad because I want it to be hot. Remember, get your dough like this. So I'm just rolling it, trying to get here so you guys can see. I'm gonna pull the camera down just a tad. Hopefully you can see it. And okay, yeah. So on this part, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to turn it over because I want the wet side. And I'm going to put all the cheese. Put as much cheese as you want. I'm going to pull it over. And then I seal the edges. And then I roll. I just, my fingers, and I just kind of make a little scallops. And I'm not making pretty scallops. I don't know how. Not that pretty. I don't think they're pretty, but anyways. And there you have it. So make a couple more. I'm going to turn it over because I don't want it's hot right there. And that way I can put a couple in there. And this is the only time that you'll see when I'm going to turn my tortilla over for the wet side. Other than that, I always just use the same side. So I hold it. Don't let your filling come out. And you know what? Using this egg substitute, because I saw this, so that's come I wanted to use it just to try it, you know, because there's another brand that I like. But this one, like I said, we were at Cabela's and I saw it, so I got it. So, okay. See? Now I'm going to place each one in the fryer. Just letting it cook there. Okay, now I'm going to turn it around for the wet. Cheese. And it doesn't take long. Once you have your, it's hot, it's easy. So turn it over. Yeah, hold it down a little bit because when you get that puff, and your empanaditas shouldn't open. If you seal them properly, they should not open. Just holding that down a little bit because I want it all to brown. So, since it's Easter week and Lent, I thought I'd use my wonderful Jesus fish. I love it. Anyways, I'm going to stick this in there. Look how beautiful. I'm going to just do a few more so you guys can see it all. A couple more. And then on to the rest. Because how long's my video already? Like 60 minutes or something? And it's live, so you know what? If there's bloopers, sorry, but I'm doing this extremely live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia. Tu sangre es tu sangre. My authentic New Mexico cookbook. Thank you so much for those that have already purchased my cookbook. I truly, truly appreciate it. I love cheese. I'm going to do 3 in there. But anyway, so go to my website, www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. And again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Continue to watch my videos. Continue to ask everyone to subscribe to my Mexico kitchen and stuff. I'm a true blue New Mexican. I love it. Born and raised here. My family, our families have been here since the 1700s, and I just love it. We have been here a long time, my ancestors and whatnot. So thank you guys for joining me. Okay. I love this. go to my Facebook, check out my pages there and stuff, Margaret's Kitchen on Facebook, and share it with everybody. So I just always seal like this, and then I scallop. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some in. And when you let your dough sit, it'll rise. It makes killer sopapillas. Okay, came out really good. I'd have to make just a cheese one. Because Zaki doesn't like nada, so I'm making cheese one. My Zaki doesn't eat a lot of stuff, but this one I don't worry too much about the wet side. Ooh! I'm just turning them over and holding them down for just a second, because once they start puffing like sopapillas, you can't keep them turned over. You have to kind of hold it until they cook right there, and then they stay. So what I'm gonna do, you get the camera. I'm gonna move you guys for just a second, because I want you to see how beautiful. So I just want you guys to see that. Okay, now I'm gonna get them out. And now I'm gonna put the cheese one in. I turned it down already. I turned it off for a little bit. And because I'm gonna stop so I can do the rest with you guys. So look, just scallop. And then, oh, you know what? Make a little sopapilla. I'll make a couple of it. And this one I do a little thick. So you can use the same dough for everything. Tortilla, sopapilla. See? I'll put it in. I turned the heat up for that. Oh my God, you guys have to see this. See how cool that soap baby is? Look at, check that out. Here's the cheese one. Look at this. I can't help it. Another sopa. Now I'm going to put another cheese in. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Yes. But the other cheese went in for Zachy. That's cool, huh? What do you guys think? Yum, huh? Put that there. I love it. You guys, it looks amazing. Oh my God. I mean, it's like, wow. You get a plate. You guys can see it all. So here's the cheese ones. And here's the other ones. See it all. Okay, let me bring you back to my counter. Gosh, look terrible up close. Look at that. Not too cool. Okay. Well, guys, we're coming to an end. You know, again, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Cocinas de mi Familia. Tu sangre es tu sangre. I am going to, you know what? Thank you all for joining me. I totally appreciate it. 150%. I just ask God to lead me in the right direction doing this channel, and He's answering me every day, and I just thank God for that. But you know what? Now, what are we going to do? We're going to try it. The breakfast one. Yum. And we're going to take one of Zacky's. Look at this. And then, of course, the sopapilla. Look at that. How cool. I was able to make 3 different things with with this dough. So I'll put this here, that there. I grab me a fork. Isn't that cool? Look at this one. Let's open this one up. Look at that. Yum. Taste this. I thought I was going to need a fork. Mmm. Mmm. It is so good. Yum, 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 yum. Mmm. My dough came out perfect. Let's see Zacky's. Zacky, I'm eating. Gonna have a bite of yours. Look at that cheese. Yum. Wow. That is amazing. You know what? Thank you all for joining me. I totally love it. I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thumbs up to you all for joining me in my kitchen. You know what? Don't forget, do squats. I'm trying, but every time I cook, oh my God. But anyways, thank you all. And again, thank you for those that have purchased my cookbook. Thank you. And go out and get my cookbook. Go ahead. Because you know what? I do autograph them and stuff, and then send them to you autographed and things. So thank you guys again. I love you all. God bless you. See you later. Adios. And God bless you. Bye. Bye.